Hey y'all. It's been a while, like a week. Nigga been going through some shit, but I'm back. And today we're about to find out what your romantic superpower is. Y'all, I thought about this. I think this is so cute. Like, how do you make, what do you do to people? What's your how do you make people tingle inside? So yeah, we're about to do it. So pick your pile on the screen. You already know what I'm about to say. Book a reading on the screen. Like and subscribe if it resonates. So I can keep producing videos for you. Yeah. Pile 1, Siki. Your romantic superpower is that you're a nurturer. You could attract broken people off rip, but for some of you, it's not like you attract broken people and you got to go through hell with them. It's more so like people know that they have to get right around you, and you kind of help mold people. You give mother, you're just a good person, and I don't know how to explain it, but it's your energy is very dominant, right? So it's teacher and preschool kid. It's no, we're not doing this anymore. We're doing this. Do you need a timeout? How I hate to say this, but how Huda was counting to 3 in Love Island. If you get it, you get it. But you're very dominant and you put people in their place. You could be a Leo. You don't have to be, right? And you're very clear on how you speak. You could just people like your voice. You stand firm on your boundaries and how you want things to go. You're open to change. You don't force people to do things. You're not controlling like that, but it's more so if you want to change something or you want to fix something or you want to help somebody, you're very clear on why. You could just explain how it's damaging. You could be that type of person like me. I always tell people who smoke it's bad for you. You could just remind people how shit is bad for them. You make people reconsider their processes, or you could be very good at breaking people off stuff, or you could be very good at breaking patterns. I keep saying I'm sorry, but it's they're giving me the words slowly. Confirmation, don't play with them. But anyways, damn, what was I gonna say? I forgot. I remember. You could be when you find a problem, you immediately fix it. You could just be a problem solver. You just you like to learn stuff or things that are bad so you cannot do it. You can help other people not do it. It's more so, it's giving Bob the Builder, honestly, or Fix It Felix. Anytime you see something wrong off natural habit, you're gonna go fix it. Cause why not? If it's broken, why not fix it? Your romantic superpower is that you don't like to wait, right? And what I think they mean by this, actually, let me get clarity. Okay, yeah. So it's you are the type of person where you don't sit in your sadness or a bad situation for too long. Honestly, your energy is really good. It's just I feel you're here for a good time, not a long time. You don't want to sit here and go through all the, excuse me. You don't want to go through all the bad, you don't want to sit in sadness. You could have been through a period of time. For me, for example, let me use me as an example, right? I went through 3-4 years of consistent mental and emotional turmoil to the point where I just got so sick of feeling like that, where I just randomly woke up and decided to change my life. Literally, I was I'm not thinking like this anymore. So you could just be you're tired of feeling negative or feeling sad or being around negative and sad people. You want to have a good time, and that's your romantic superpower, is that you turn any bad time into a good time, or you're always going to find a way to make something a good time, because you're done allowing people to make you feel bad about yourself or about life, or some people get carried away trauma dumping or venting to you, and you absorb that energy and take it on. It's just no. Or because you're such a problem solver, you take on a lot of people's problems for them, helping them out, but you come to a realization, or you're coming to a realization that shit makes you feel like shit. So you're done doing that. You could be a Cancer, or the person who could be who could have trauma dumped or made you feel this way could be a Cancer, or someone who just watches you closely, or they could pick at you and make you feel like everything you do is a fucking flaw. Your romantic superpower is that you just seem like a good person. You seem every time I think, it's I get a picture of 2 hands on a brain, massaging a brain or cleaning a brain, but it's not getting brainwashed, but it's it's a brain massage. That's what it is. It's like you come in and you help people and you change their thought processes, and you open them to a new way of life. And especially if you're like super spiritual too, you could be around a lot of people, or you could have grew up around people who aren't spiritual, or they could have leaned towards religion, or so you open people. Like, I always feel like when I show people spirituality or like angel numbers or read their cards for them for the first time, it's like it's a door that starts to open, because I feel like once you start being spiritual, you can't unbe spiritual. That shit is with you forever. It's like opening your third eye. Once that bitch is open, it's open. You feel me? So it's like you show people these new ways of life or these new thought processes. That's your romantic superpower. I feel like that's your superpower, period, honestly. It's just like you change people's minds. You don't mind arguing. You're not an arguer. You're not going to go at it with people for no reason. But if you need to get down and you need to express yourself or prove your point, you're going to do that. And you're going to make sure that your point or whatever you say or the boundary that you set stands firm and clear. Okay, Libra, Cancer, and Leo is here, but something about the way you speak is so significant. Like, the way you speak is clear, and it reminds me of the sharp knife, honestly. It's like, how do I explain that analogy? I suck at analogies, y'all. Oh my god. Okay, my analogy for y'all is, you know how they have those swords? I think it's a katana, right? And they have it in the little shelf thing. Like, it looks nice, it's cool, you know what it is. But if I really wanted to take the katana and slice you in your fucking neck, I could. It's like, as much as you can be disrespectful and hurt people's feelings, you choose not to based off your morals, and off of the type of person you are. I'm not going to purposely go out here and shit on everybody else because I know how that feels. But when motherfuckers come and try you feel me? People leave scars and bruised because you don't be playing that shit. It could just be you have built up these feelings of not speaking up for yourself, or allowing people to walk all over you, that you're done and you're not doing that no more. So it's just like, anytime a bitch want you, they gonna get it, but you don't start the mess. Clarity. Ace of Swords, again, like, you speak very clear. People could like the way you talk. Like, you just seem like a very, what's the word? I don't know the word, but just like, you're a good person, like, you're a very, I'm getting like suit and tie, just like, you just here to live. You're not here to cause drama. You're not here to bother nobody. I'm here to live, get what's mine, and go. I'm here for a good time, not a super long time, not to prove myself to anybody. I'm done doing that. Like, you just want to live. You just want to exist in your own space. Okay, so I don't know. This may not be what's your romantic superpower. This may just be what's your superpower. Okay, confirmation. I'm going to change the title. So just, yeah. But, I hope I'm not speaking weird. I don't know. I'd be so, like, scared to offend God. But it's like, I feel like if God of the universe could describe you, like, you would be the blueprint. Is what I would say. Like, just the way you are, the way you were born, the way you think is like the blueprint. Like, you're just a good person. You're here for a good time. You're not here to dwell. You could have already went through most of the what you call it? Why am I losing my word? You could have went through all that you needed to, like all the hard turmoil, the things that are supposed to make you, turn you into the person you are. You could have already went through that, and now life is just about, what? I know what I'm here for. I know what I want. I know what I won't accept. I know what I will accept, and that's that. But Cancer, Leo, and Libra is super significant. You're cool as fuck. You could be feminine, a woman. Or, you've stepped into this divine feminine energy. Like, you're just, people look at you and they know, like, you one of them once. You one of them once. Yes, I got the Empress twice. Like, yes, you one of them ones, sister. Or mister. But yeah, I hope this reading resonated. I fuck with your character, bro. Just know you cool as shit. Like, if you still watching this, bro, just know you cool as shit. Like, you're utterly cool as shit. Like, if you don't feel like you have that star power in you, just know it's in you. Some people aren't meant to shine in front of the whole world. But I feel like if you definitely started stepping up and doing more in your community, or you started speaking more and allowing more people to see you, you would be like either rich in spirit, you could be rich in money. That's the first thing I heard, is rich in money. So if you really want money, start speaking up and stuff like that, and really showing off who you are. Don't go like flexing in people's faces and like trying to teach them stuff, like just because, oh, I heard that's what I do. But it's more so, I don't know, just start being yourself more in front of people, you know? I was going to say something else and I forgot. I hope this resonated. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Hello, Pile Tuski. We're about to see what your romantic superpower is. Yeah. Let's do it, shall we? Okay. I hope y'all heard that. I just seen 5, maybe 6 police cars. You're a big deal, Pile 2, when it comes to romance. You are a lover down. You could have good reviews, you know, in the case of people, you know, exes, romantic flings. They may talk about you and still reminisce, or like, damn, you know, that was the best person. You are like a big ass deal. The first card you got was the Lovers. Your romantic superpower is that you could just be a lover. You could be like a polygamous. You could just, you know, enjoy having a lot of relationships. Every person that you've been with, or anytime you're in the you could be ruled by a Venus planet, or you could really like resonate with Aphrodite. It's like something about you. It's like you could have been born to be a lover, a pleaser. You could be a dominatrix. I don't really know other words and terms, y'all. But it's like your romantic superpower is that you're a lover. You make people feel so like blissful, so good. People could automatically fall in love with you. I swear I'm not dragging it. Y'all know I only tell the truth. But it's like when you start talking to people or dating people, they could automatically jump to wanting to, like, oh, I want to get married. Oh, let's just, like, you just start talking to him, they already want to date you. Like, you could be like, whoa, like, you know, I'm just trying to fuck. Like, a lot of people could just fall in love with you so fast just because of who you are. Like, or like you could have like you could smell really fucking good, and that just attracts people. Like, I'm just getting like, you know how they fly in the air in Disney Channel when they smell like some good food or something. Like, you're just so alluring. Like, you could have light-colored hair, blonde hair, longer, short, nice body. Everyone's body's nice, though, but... Hold on, let me pull more cards. You could be a love bomber, and that's why people fall in love with you so fast, because you could do it without knowing. You know, like, there's people who, everyone has bad traits, and people, like, some people are just more unaware than other people. Like, you don't know that you're love bombing. I mean, I don't understand how, but, you know, we're not here to break people down. You could, you know, just be a complimented person. You like to give compliments, or you like to make people feel good, you know, just based off nature. You like the way it makes you feel. You like the way other people feel. You're not thinking about it deep. You're not thinking, oh, hey, like, someone could really catch feelings, or, yeah, like, you know, I'm just trying to be nice. But you don't realize that you're coming off as flirtatious or stuff like that. So people fall in love with you fast because of that. You know, you could just be a very romantic person. I just got it, like, you could just be a flirt. Could be Libra, Sagittarius, Gemini is here, Aquarius. But yeah. Like, when it comes to romance, your romantic superpower is that you're just a lover. Like, you just have that energy. That's your aura. Like, I feel like if your aura was a color, it would probably be pink or red or white. Like, it just gives pink or red. Like, or you need to wear that more if you are trying to attract love. I'm about to get some more cards. Okay, so yeah, like, your romantic superpower is that you're a lover. Like, you could already know that. You could already know that you got it in the bag. Okay, like, you're that girl, you're that boy. When it comes to being a lover, you know that you have a lot of suitors. People are just automatically attracted to you, right? When it comes to being serious with people and really getting in a relationship, you could just take your time. You could just not be ready for that. You don't want to be tied down yet, you know? You could just still want to, you could have commitment issues. Like, you want to be alone. Like, you like talking to people. You like that attention that it gives you. But you also don't like the feeling of being tied down to one person or not being able to cut somebody off whenever you want to. You know, like, if you really wanted to just be alone right now, you could just be like, hey, like, you know, I don't feel like talking, or this isn't going the way I want it to. Versus when you're in a relationship, you can't just break up with someone or just stop talking to them or randomly ghost them, you know, because y'all are in a relationship, y'all are exclusive, y'all are official, you know, you're telling other people about each other, you're closed off. So I think this is a warning from Spirit. It's like, you know, before you know, if you really do want a relationship and you want something solid, you have things you have to work through. You have a lot of they said relationship trauma. That could be true. Or, you know, you have a lot of things you need to work on before you get into a connection. Also, don't be leading nobody on. Okay, to think that they're really going to get in a relationship with you if you know that you're not ready to really get in a relationship. Trust me, I do it too. You know, it be feeling good, you don't want to hurt their feelings, you see that they want something, but you know deep down in your heart, I don't really, you know, I'm not really ready for a relationship. So just make sure you're not leading nobody on. Yeah, so like a lot of people see a family, you know, a white picket fence. Oh my god, a bee just. Anyway, right? They see longevity with you, and you could talk up a good game too. Like, you could be like, oh yeah, you could, you know, gas their head up, make them feel like you see the longevity and this connection too, or whatever connection too. But really, you know, you don't. You know, you stressed out. You know, you don't want to be tied down. You know, you satisfied with all your options. You don't want to just be focused on one person and building a family. You just want to vibe and talk to everybody. You know, and I'm not saying talk to everybody like be a slut. You know, even if you are, you know, that's your business. But it's just more so, you know, you don't want to be tied down, which is okay. But don't be leading nobody on to think that you want something when you don't, because that's just going to bring you more problems. Also, if you do that, all your little whoopties may find out about each other and try to duke it out with everybody, and you just going to be like, damn. Yeah. And, like, one of your overall trait superpowers is that you're very good at taking your time, and you do not mind waiting when it comes to something stable. If you know you have to plant a seed, whether that's getting a house, a car, or just doing anything that's really important to you, that you want to last, you take your time to make sure it's the best option. And that's appreciated too, because, you know, some people get impulsive where they see a good deal and they just jump for it, you know. And you don't care, you know, you'll wait, because if you have to go the long way, but you know the long way guarantees you more stability, or you feel, you know, more connected going the long way, you'll do that, no questions asked. So yeah, that's one of your superpowers, you taking your time when it comes to importance, when it comes to things of importance. I mean, that is your superpower. You're very good at moving on from things. If you want better, you know, and you know you have to leave, they said leave the nest, or, you know, like, if you have to go somewhere, that's not what I want to say. If you know that you're going to have to make a change or move on from something or move past something to get where you really want to go, you will do that. No questions asked. That is your superpower overall. But yeah, you're a lover, but stop leading people on. I think that was your message. You're a good lover. People like being with you, but, like, you already know what you're meant to. You're a lover. You like talking to people. You know what to do to make people's heart sing your tune. You be killing people softly with your song, you know. I don't know why I envisioned, like, people, like someone strumming a harp or a guitar, but it's like, you know exactly what you do to people or what buttons to press on people. You just are very charming, you know. People just feel connected with you. You're always flirting with somebody knowingly or unknowingly. That's your superpower. But you be leading people on. Stop leading people on, okay? You could be leading on water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio male, or a earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn male. You could be one of these signs. You don't have no major arcanas. You could be a Capricorn. Yeah, I hope this resonated. If it did, you know what to do. Like and subscribe. Book a reading, all that. Pile 3. We're about to see what your romantic superpower is / regular superpower. You know, whatever they want to say. Okay, your romantic superpower is that you are very guided. So you could be When it comes to relationships, you don't play. You look for the best of the best, top of the line, someone that aligns with you and your morals and your values, right? Like, you do not play. And you like connections that feel faded, like star-crossed lovers. We were brought here. We're soulmates. Divine brought us here. You could go into relationships very, is that a word? Fantastical? I don't think that's a word. But you kind of go into relationships with your rose-colored glasses on. If you hear my stomach, I'm sorry, y'all. I haven't posted in long, so I didn't eat. Anyways, that's besides the point. Yeah, like, you could just, when you get in relationships, you're kind of like, okay, we're gonna have this perfect. You get kind of carried away in the idea and not the real relationship, and that could scare your partners away. They could be like, oh shit, like, you trying to get serious, or you got this all planned out, or like, you could have had relationships kind of go sour because they felt like you got too serious, or you made them you kind of like scared them away because you were so passionate. For somebody else, that's for feminines, right? If you're a masculine watching this, what was I gonna say? Fuck. If you're a masculine watching this, you could attract people who they want this passionate, strong, loving relationship. You're like, yo, I'm just, like, they could get carried away with being with you, or make you feel like you have to be tied down, or like y'all are gonna get married, or and that kind of scares you away, because you're like, I want to be with you, but I don't want to have this perfect all-star faded relationship. Like, you could just be wanting to chill or have like a calm relationship. Your romantic superpower is that you always have options. It doesn't even have to be in romance, but it's like more so you don't need anybody. You always have something else to do. You could have Sag in your big three, but Sagittarius are very, like, they will do any and everything just because they can. Once they're bored with one thing, on to the next. You feel me? And that could just be you, Cool, this relationship didn't work out. I'm about to go paint this house. And then live in it. And then sell it, Or, yeah, even if this relationship doesn't work out, I have a whole car project I'm working on. Like, you always have something to do, and that attracts people to you, because it's just like, your life isn't centered around one thing because you do everything. Okay, back to what I was saying earlier, though. You're, when it comes to your relationships, you're very particular on what you pick, who you're around, what the situation is. You could be a type of person where you don't do the little situationships. You don't know what y'all are. Like, you want a label on it. You like everyone to be on the same page. Like, this is what we are, this is what we ain't, this is what we're doing, this is what we're not doing. And Spirit applaud you for that, honestly. Like, you could just, like, your romantic superpower is you being level-headed when it comes to your relationships, and not focusing all your energy and your life's purpose on being in a relationship. Like, some people, they have one main goal in life, to be the richest person, or to do this, and you just like, just like pile 2 could resonate with you, but also pile 1, because pile 1, they're just, they're here for a good time and a long time. You feel me? Yeah. Like, you are very, like, okay, I want you to know that you're appreciated in relationships, because a lot of people play games and lead people on, but you're very stern on being, like, when you're in a relationship, you want to be committed. You want you and them, like, you want to go somewhere. You're not here to be in a situationship and play games, like I just said, right? When you love good, you love hard. But also, you could, because, hold on, let me get clarity. So, like, if some relationships may not take off the way you want it to, and that could be because you, what the fuck is with all these planes and shit? That could be because you either go into the relationship with your rose-colored glasses on, and you're automatically ready to be in this commitment, and that scares your partners away, or because you feel like people just jump to being in a commitment with you, or trying to get married and lock you down immediately, and not even getting to know them and really understand them, and you want to go through the emotions of a relationship. You like to take your time. You could be a slow burner, and that's why too. But it's like either or. People get too serious with you, or you're too serious, and it kind of scares people away, because some people just really aren't ready or even mature enough to have a real relationship. And you can mourn that too, because it's like, damn, why do my relationship never take off the way I want to? Or it could be flip-flop for you, you know? With one person, you went too fast. The other person, they were going too slow. You know? I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. For someone, it will. Yeah. So, just know that... I forgot what I was going to say. Just know that love will come to you soon if you're not in a relationship. You know, spirit does not want you to hide your heart or feel like you have to isolate because your relationships don't take off the way you want to. It will come, and you will get your wish fulfillment in your family and the commitment that you truly, truly want. It's coming to you very soon. Water signs are present heavy, excuse me. Gemini and Libra is here. Those are your major arcanas, Justice and the Lovers. But yeah, like, you're very level-headed when it comes to relationships, and you attract actual committed relationships. And maybe you could, like, give advice to people, like, you know, oh, you got the Lovers again. Okay, confirmation, period. Yeah, you have some type of connection coming in. And this next connection, all right, so this next connection that's coming in, oh no, they looking for somebody? Okay, anyways, what I was saying was, this next connection, don't worry, you know, God, your spirit team, whatever you believe in, they got you with this one, right? This is something that, you know, is brought together. You're going to be suspect, because you're going to be like, well, you know, how do I know I'm being too serious too soon? How do I know this is really, you know, from God, really from the universe? You could be looking up to the divine, like, is this really the one? And this other person, excuse me, y'all. No, nigga live in the hood. But anyway, this person will be interested in you. They won't be, like, confused or scared. You know, you're gonna be scared because you're gonna be like, how do I know I'm not coming off too strong? But they're gonna be they might, like, look at you kind of crazy, because they'll be like, why don't you trust me? But it's like, Nick, oops, I didn't mean to say that. You're gonna be like, you know, I have a little bit of trauma, you know, I don't know, people make me feel like I go too fast or I'm too serious. But this person is gonna be interested in you, for sure. You know, they're probably gonna have big ass eyes. So yeah, I hope this reading resonated. I'm gonna do an extended one, so be on the lookout, because I really want to get into the nitty gritty.